Anyone can sell electronics. At Electronics Expo, they do more than sell products. They design, install, and support complete technology solutions. From home theaters and whole home audio to lighting, shades, automation, networking, security cameras, and premium entertainment systems. For over 22 years, they've helped thousands of homeowners experience technology at its very best. See the difference for yourself. Visit their Wayne or Paramus stores in New Jersey or shop now at electronicsexpo.com.
I wrote a little song to remind you, Choice Hotels get you more of the experiences you value. The Cambria Hotel's got it all. A rooftop bar, have a ball. Bring a date, your squad, or even your mom. Book direct at choicehotels.com.
Katz and Cosby, entertaining and informative
on the Red Apple Podcast Network.
Right now, the United States is hitting Iran again. Breaking news. And with us right now is General Blaine Holt. Well, General Holt, fill us in. What the heck is going on in Iran?
Well, it's very predictable. They had the funeral for the Ayatollah and made all kinds of pronouncements. And they're trying to project to the Iranian people, which are about to ignite a revolution, that they're still in control. Part of that is they threw missiles, or drones rather, at two tankers. And we have told them what would happen in that instance. And so the predictable has happened. We are going to create a much higher cost imposition for what's left of the IRGC. But every single time we hit them, John, it enables what is inevitable, and that is the Iranian people taking back their own country.
You know, I have a question, Blaine. The attacks that happened that precipitated this, because we're responding to their attacks. In the last 24 hours, they had attacks on tankers that were going through the Strait of Hormuz. Some of them I know were missile attacks. So what kind of missile capability does Iran still have? Enough, obviously, that they're trying to go after ships.
Yeah, no, they have capability. We have hit some of their weapons stores, but even into those islands that we have been aggressively working, there's still going to always be the capacity to have, 5 to 10 missiles laying around. And honestly, it only takes one to go do a devastating attack like this. So what we know is that the IRGC is still dangerous, but how dangerous are they? And then what I would argue is not very from a military perspective. If you're a civilian, unarmed, out there with a tanker, you're not going to share the Blaine Holt opinion on this. But strategically, the IRGC is on its last legs. They're just trying to project any kind of strength they can to stave off what is to come, and that is the Iranians, the Kurdish up on the north, the Iraqis who are now flushing their country of spies and money launderers. It's all closing in on this regime, and they're getting finished.
There's some other breaking news. There's a 737 may be down.
Yeah, 737 may have taken off from the Emirates. Had 5 people on board, which is always interesting to me because normally a 737 has a lot more on board unless it's a cargo carrier. We're going to find that out. Took off in the direction of Pakistan across the Straits, and we lost contact with it just south of Iran. And so, again, you'd have to wonder, did Iran strike an airplane? And again, the president probably knows already the intelligence and the forensics of that, and it may have guided his decision to go ahead and start the next round of strikes.
I bet he does. Give us an update. What happened with him and Erdogan, and what happened with the president and NATO?
Well, today was a marvelous day for the president when he landed in Ankara with the new Brig Air Force One. He was treated to a proper state arrival ceremony. He was met by the head of state. That not all of the leaders of NATO can brag that Erdogan met them at Plainside. And they carried on like old friends. Sometimes that's not true, but the diplomacy of the moment was not lost because President Trump was sending already stark messages to NATO that, I'm coming tomorrow to the summit and I will be bringing news you don't want to hear.
Yeah, you better step up, right, with defense funding.
Well, it used to just be about the money, Rita. That's like when I was on active duty, and now it's so much more. We're looking at a Europe that is not only back and being an impediment to us in our operations in the Straits, which is vital interests. But it's also about predatory practices of the EU itself against American business, and then them rolling up Western European values by basically hammering down civil rights inside their own continent that the president, the vice president, and the secretary of state has warned them about. And so they're going to have a really tough time hammering out the way ahead for the United States and NATO and the Transatlantic Alliance. I'm going to guess that the deal maker in chief is bringing new terms of what this is all going to look like if they wish to keep NATO and the United States as a member of NATO.
Yeah, no doubt. He was talking a lot about that, too. I'm sure we'll find out tomorrow a little bit more. General Holt, if you hear any more, too, of what we are hitting over there right now in response to the Iran strike.
Text us right away. And don't forget, Rita's on from 10 to 12 today.
We're 24/7.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Make this summer unforgettable driving in a Mercedes-Benz from Mercedes-Benz of Edison. Join me Friday, July 10th at 12 noon, where I will be hosting my show live from Mercedes-Benz of Edison. I'm excited to see my friend and GM Doug Wells and the entire staff. Mercedes-Benz of Edison is committed to making your shopping experience stress-free. That's one reason they were named the 2026 Mercedes-Benz Dealer of the Year by Cars.com. Visit Mercedes-Benz of Edison and meet me, Greg Kelly. See you soon.